afternoon to all. Good
Yes,
afternoon,
sir.
sir. Yes,
We are very privileged to have you here as a resource person, sir. In
yes,
spite of your
sure,
busy
sir.
schedule, you spared us your valuable time to share your thoughts.
Thank you, sir.
Now,
Thank
let
you.
me take a few minutes to introduce you, sir.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir.
Okay. Dr. T. Thilagaraj, PhD, Computer Science, has a vast academic experience. He is currently working for the Department of Computer Applications, Kongu Arts and Science and College Autonomous, and his area of research includes machine learning. And he has received many awards like International Eminent Young Researcher Award 2021 from International Institute of Organized Research. He has also been presented Outstanding JC Award for the year 2012 by JCI Erode Green City. And he has contributed in various book chapters, and he has also published various papers in reputed Springer and Scopus journals. He has also presented papers in various national and international conferences that includes ICGI, CCS, ICRICE, published by McGraw-Hill Education, and ICTIDS 2019, organized by Lincoln University College, Malaysia, which is published in Intelligent Computing and Innovation on Data Science. And he also gave a lecture notes in Networks and Systems, Springer Nature Singapore Limited, 118, 2020. And he's also been an organizing committee member in various international, national, and state level events. And he has also been a resource person in various national and international level events. And he's also an editor for various journals like Blue Eyes, Intelligence Engineering, and Science Publications. And the staff editor for IT Archive, a bi-monthly magazine, Master of Computer Applications, Congo Arts and Science College for the issue of July, August 2013. He has also got a membership in professional societies, IAENG, IFERP, and he is also a reviewer in different conferences and journals. Thank you very much, sir, for spending your valuable time in giving your valuable thoughts in this FDP, sir.
Yes, sir.
We warmly welcome you to this FDP, sir.
Yes.
Over to you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for introducing me. Uh, First of all, good afternoon to all. Myself, Dr. T Thilagaraj, and first, I like to thank Dr. Kiran Srisra for give this opportunity and the management and organizing members. So thank you all. So shall I start the session, sir? Shall I start?
Yes, sir. You can start the
Yes,
session, sir.
yes, sir. Yes. Sir, whether my PPT
Yes,
is
sir.
viewable? Yes, yes,
We
sir.
can see your screen, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. What? So you this is a wonderful opportunity for all the participants to learn about the cyber security and machine learning. This is a right time, I think so. The many of the research peoples are doing research in this area. So my topic, and I'm going to share about my views in the research scopes and recent trends in machine learning. So we all know the machine learning is one of the concept uh, which is familiar and which is a current trend in various areas. So first we like to know the what is machine learning. It is a branch of artificial intelligence and computer science which focus on the use of data and algorithms to imitate the way that the humans learn. So that means so how we are learning, uh, how the humans are learning, like that the machines also getting learning by use of data and algorithms. So it, and it's also gradually improving its accuracy. How we are doing all these things. So like that, the machines also doing all the facts. So we having on always we having we are thinking that machine learning is what and what types of things are there. That means this is the things that we having. First, the AI. So from AI means we all know that the machines may think like that humans. So in AI, and from that deep learning concepts also here needed, and it's are these are the factors which is using here. The algorithms, main role of the algorithm to face the data and to deal the data and provide the results. The learning process is happening in the machine learning. Mainly how we are learning like that, the machines also wanted to learn. So then, and also from the data mining uh, the classification and the classification techniques will also take in place. The neural network concepts also used here, autonomous concept, and analyzing of all these factors and improving of these factors or happens all in the machine learning. So main thing is the machine learning is a combination of all these factors. So, so how it works? First, we want to know how it works. So it is a the things are that it is a decision process. We know all things. Mainly, the machines. In general, the machine learning algorithms are used to make predictions or classification based on some input data, which can be labeled or unlabeled, whatever it might be. Our algorithm will produce an estimate about the pattern in the data. So mainly the process is the decision making process will happens in the machine learning algorithms. Next thing is the error function. So an error function means if we having an original results, that means we having an results. If we want to compare our results which is comes from the machine learning, so this will this will we can make an comparison of accuracy will happen. That means the error function serves to evaluate the prediction of the model. If there are known examples, an error function can make the comparison to access the accuracy of the model. And optimization process is happens if the model can fit better to the data points in the training set, then the weights are adjusted. If the model is once fitted, so the machine learning will works. And if the model will be fitted, if the suitable model means, then the weight value will be adjusted. So that is a factor on next level of the machine learning. Next level will happens inside the machine learning. So adjusted to reduce the discrepancy between the known example and the model estimate. The algorithm will repeat this evaluate and optimize process, updating the weights autonomously until the threshold of the accuracy has been met. So these are the things which how machine learning will be works. Main thing, the decision process and the error function and the model optimization will be happens. So I having and the real world machine learning use cases. So we all know that few of these options we all know, that means speech recognition. It is also known as automatic speech recognition, ASR, or computer speech recognition, or speech to text. And it is a capability which uses natural language processing to the process human speech into the written format. So many mobile devices incorporate speech recognition into their systems to conduct the voice search. Example in Apple, that Siri, or provide more accessibility around texting. So speech recognition is one of the use case which is in the machine learning. Next thing is customer service. So online chatbots are replacing human agents along the customer journey. So they answer frequently asked questions around the topic like shipping. We know all things that we are using the Flipkart, Amazon, whatever it might be. So we that will be that process will be made through the machine learning. We doesn't know, I think so. So that type of problems will be dealt by the machine learning concepts. So provide personalized advice, cross-selling product, or suggesting sizes for the users. Colors also will be suggested. The changing the way we think about the customer engagement across the websites and social media platforms. And the thing that I already told, the Facebook, Slack, all these factors, all these apps will be used under the machine learning concepts. So another thing is computer vision. This AI technology enables the computers and the systems to derive the meaningful information from digital images, videos, and other visual inputs, and based on those inputs it can take an action. So we all know that uh, with the help of that digital images and videos and visual inputs, now the lot of things are happening in AI. So this ability to provide the recommendations distinguishes it from an image recognition task powered by the conventional neural networks. Computer vision has applications within photo tagging in social media, radiology imaging in healthcare, and self-driving cars within the automotive industries. So the recommendations engine, that means using the past consumption behavioral data like Google, YouTube, so whatever it might be, the AI algorithms can help to discover the data trends that can be used to develop more effective across the selling strategies. So this is used to make the relevant add-on recommendations to the customers during the checkout process for the online retailers. So recommendations will be lot, I think so, we know very well. So whatever the things which we are searching in, what a lot of in our that means what the selling strategy, or in the, as a customer point of view, whatever it might be, though in AI this concept will be implemented properly, and it's going a lot of success with a proper success. Next thing is automated stock trading. So designed to optimize the stock portfolios, AI-driven high-frequency trading platforms make thousands or even millions of trades per day without a human intervention. In share, we all know the automated stock trading will be happening. So these are the use cases which is going. So now we will see the what are the trends, the recent trends in machine learning. So that the first thing is no code machine learning. So this is a trending thing which is going in IT industry also. The programming last week I had talked with one person who is working in Zogo. They're using this logic. So no code and machine learning is a way of programming ML applications without having to go having to go through the long and arduous processes of pre-processing and modeling, designing algorithms, collecting new data, retraining and deployment, and more. So there is no such a process. The pre-processing, modeling, and designing algorithms, this process will be eliminated from in this concept. So we just imagine then what level it will work, I think so. So this is by this approach, the quick implementation will be happen without any coder needed to be written or needed for a debug. The most of the time spent will be on getting results instead of the development. So the implementation is very quick in this part. The lower cost, since automation eliminates the need for a longer development time, large data science teams are no longer necessary. So these things will be eliminates the cost also. Simplicity, no code ML is easier to use due its simplicity, drag and drop format. Just it will be, we just imagine how we are using in a paint like that. The code developers, it will be more helpful for the developers. So and also researchers mainly. Yeah. So next thing is that's what is the concept means is the begin with the user's behavioral data. So how the user is behavior, the behavioral data will be gathered, and that is the concept. This concept will be started. Then the dragging and the dropping the training data. Use the questions like in a plain English. So this means any related questions it's needed means this concept will be using this approach. The questions will be arised. After that, receiving that, the process will be made and evaluate the results and generate the prediction report. So this is the logic. This is a concept which is going currently. No trend, no code machine learning. Yeah. So next thing is TinyML. So while the large scale machine learning applications exist, there is usability is fairly limited. So mainly the machine learning will works in the large scale industry, but now the TinyML use of this concept, the small scale applications are often using this concept. Yeah, by running a small scale ML programs on IoT edge devices, we can achieve lower latency, lower power consumption, lower required bandwidth, and ensure the user privacy. So because since the data does not need to send out the data pre-processing center, so latency, bandwidth, and power consumption are greatly reduced. So this is a factor in the IoT. If with the help of TinyML, this is that means the lower power consumption will be made and the bandwidth also reduced. So privacy is also maintained since the computations are made entirely locally, because these data are kept in the locally, so the privacy is also maintained. So this trending innovation has a great deal of application in the sectors like predictive maintenance or for industrial centers, healthcare industries, agriculture, and main IoT. IoT will works on these factors, that mean industry, healthcare, and agriculture. So this TinyML will be best fitted on these areas. This industry utilize IoT device with the TNML algorithm to track the make predictions and on the collected data. For example, solar scare mosquito is an IoT project which use TNML to measure the presence of mosquitoes in real time. So this is a this can generate early warning systems for disease epidemics from mosquitoes. So this is a smart project, I think so, by using a TNML. So this is successful also. Next thing, auto ML. So this is similar in the objective to the no code ML. Auto ML aims to make a building machine learning applications more accessible for developers. So better than the no code, the auto ML will very suitable for developers also. AutoML aims to bridge the gap by providing an accessible and a simple solution that does not relate to the ML experts. So it traditionally data labeling, mainly here the AutoML will do the labeling process. So this is the main concept. So how this TinyML will be suited for that means small scale applications. So AutoML will be main thing is labeling process will be made. So traditional data labeling has been done manually by outsourced labor. So normally we are doing with the labeling concept will be we are just taking it the outsourced labor. This brings it's a great deal of risks due to the human error. So it means human error is possible. Since AutoML actually automates automates much of the labeling process, and the risk of the human is much lower. So the labeling process will be taken over through the AutoML. So if we having an if you having the data which is not having, if you wanted to label the data, we can go for this AutoML. So this also reduce the labor cost, allowing the companies to focus much more strongly on data analysis. And since AutoML reduce these kinds of cost, data analysis, artificial intelligence, and other solutions will become cheaper and more accessible to the companies in the market. So we all know that the labeling is one of the factors which uh, which uh, which may which may solve all these factors. Another example, AutoML in the action of OpenAI is the DALI and contrastive language image pre-training model. These two models combine the text and image to create a new visual design from the text-based description. This AutoML also worked on this area also. So next thing is machine learning operationalization management. This concept will be the works on for the business field. So machine learning operationalization management is a practice of developing machine learning software solutions with a focus on reliability and efficiency. This is a novel way of improving the way that the machine learning solutions are developed to make them more useful for the business. So here I will explain that MLOP provides a new formula that combines ML system development and ML system deployment into a single consistent method. So the development and the deployment will be combined. So in a single method, single process. So this is a different idea which is made here. So one of the major elements MLOP is a system lifecycle introduced by the DevOps. So what they are doing, the lifecycle is what they are designing a model based on the business goal. So what is the aim of the business according to the business goal? They are designing a model. After that, they are acquire and the process acquire the data and the process have been made and prepare the data for the ML model. So all these things are happening on the second level. Again, the train and tune ML model. Normally, normal things like with the other models. Here, new thing is the new model will be generated according to the business concept, according to the business idea. So they validate the ML model, deploy the software solution with the integrated model, monitor and a restart process to the improve the ML model. So this is a MLOP is a concept which helpful for the business because the new models are developed for the business. So here full stack deep learning, we know all thing that we all having the methods. So deep learning, first we wanted to know what is full stack deep learning. So let us imagine you have highly qualified deep learning engineers that have already created some fancy deep learning model for you. So the lot of models are there. The demand of full stack deep learning results in the creation of a library and frameworks. Main thing is already we having a library, and using of that library, and also recommending the libraries, these all things will be happened. So here we having a model. If we need to add some other features, that means we need some libraries or frameworks, we can go with this full stack deep learning concept. That means help the engineers to automate some shipment tasks and education course that help the engineers to quickly adapt to the new business needs. So for some other modules in educational course, for particular modules will be used in somewhere. So already it will be generated, or if you wanted to develop a new thing also happens here. So generative advisory networks, that means GAN. The GAN technology is a way of producing stronger solutions for implementation, such as differentiating between sir, it is audible.
Yes, sir, you are audible. Please proceed.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
But your
Okay.
screen is not now. Your screen is visible. Please proceed, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. Okay. So useful application for this technology, and this is GAN. Useful application for this technology is for identifying groups of images. With this in the mind, large scale tasks such as image removal, similar image search, and more are possible. Here, the concept is differentiating between different kinds of images. The GAN will do all such a things. So, dealing of images and differentiating those images, different images. So this will helpful for the research they are doing. That means image processing. The research and image processing will they want to note on this concept. This concept will be helpful for them. And we know the this is the concept which will be we know, I think so, machine learning will be derived. That means different types of learnings will be there: supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement learning. That means unsupervised means there is a two approaches will be have: dimensionality reduction and clustering will be happen. In dimensionality reduction, big data visualization will be happen, meaningful compression, and structure discovery, feature allocation. So all these things will happen under the dimensionality reduction. And the clustering, the recommender systems, targeted marketing, and customer segmentation will all things will be happen under the unsupervised learning. So in supervised learning, we know that the classification and the regression are the two processes which will be taken place. So in classification is image classification, identify fraud detection, and the customer retention and diagnostics. All things will be happen. All the researchers are happen in the this field: the image classification and the fraud detection, diagnostics, customer retention. In supervised, another factor is there. Another concept is the regression. It is based on the prediction based. So advertising popularity prediction, weather forecasting, market forecasting, estimating life expectancy, population growth prediction. So this is the concept. This is the factor. The prediction, mainly the regression, will be made with the uh, two types of prediction. One is having previous data and predicting a new data, and also that is one thing. Other one factor is having half of the data and predicting the remaining data. So like that, we can do all these different types of research approaches will be made through the regression. Another one is reinforcement learning, real-time decisions making, and robot navigation, and skill acquisition, game AI. So all these things happens comes under the reinforcement learning. So we see that what is supervised machine learning. Supervised is also known as a supervised machine learning. So is defined by its use of label data sets. If we having a data set with a label, that means it's we can go with the supervised learning to train the algorithm that to classify data or predict outcomes accurately. As input data is fed into the model, it adjusts its weight until the model has been fitted up appropriately. Once if it is model have been trained, then the level of weight values will be changed. So it will be gradually changed using the changed through the algorithm, and This occurs as a part of validation process to ensure the model avoiding overfitting and underfitting. So the overfitting and underfitting also happens. So supervised learning helps organizations solve for a variety of real world problems at a scale, such as classifying spam in a separate folder from your inbox. Some of the methods used in supervised learning include neural networks, naive-based linear regression, logistic regression, random forest, support vector machines, and more. These techniques comes under supervised learning. So almost we having a label, if we having a labeled data, if we wanted to do such a classification, some of the process, these algorithms will be more helpful. So whatever the area you can work on, that means you whatever the subject that you are doing. So if you wanted to use supervised machine learning will be for classification, and all these things will be helpful. Unsupervised to deal the unlabeled data sets, and this is unsupervised machine learning. Use the machine learning algorithm to analyze and cluster the unlabeled. So analyzing factors also happen, and unlabeled the clustering of unlabeled data sets. This algorithm discover the hidden patterns and the data groupings without the need for the human intervention. So its ability to discover the similarities and difference in the information make it the ideal solution for accelerated data analysis, cross-selling strategies, customer segmentation, image and pattern recognition. It is also to reduce the number of features in the model through the process of dimensionality reduction, principal component analysis, and singular value decomposition, and the two or approaches for this. The other algorithms, the algorithms which we hear, neural networks, class k-means algorithm, and probabilistic clustering methods are used here. Semi-supervised means it is a semi-supervised learning offers a happy medium between supervised and unsupervised. If we having a certain number of labels during the training, it uses a smaller label data sets to guide the classification and the feature extraction from a larger unlabeled data sets. Semi-supervised learning can solve the problem of having not enough labeled data. If we having not enough labeled data, we can go under the semi-supervised learning, but to train a supervised learning algorithm. So this is happening. Reinforcement learning is a behavioral machine learning model that is similar to supervised, but the algorithm is not trained using a sample data. There is no sample data here. Just trial and error will be happen. This model learns as it goes by using trial and error. A sequence of successful outcomes will be reinforced to develop the best recommendation or policy for a given problem. That the IBM Watson system that won the Jeopardy challenge in 2011 makes a good example. The system used the reinforcement learning to decide whether to attempt an answer, which square to select on the board. So that is the first thing that is a good example for the reinforcement learning. So particular to wanted to select a particular square. The next thing is so all things we had to see these are the factors, recent trends in the machine learning. So next we're going to see the skills required to become a machine learning engineer. So we want to know what type of skills are needed to you if you wanted to become a machine learning engineer or a researcher, whatever it might be, whatever the level it might be. These are the skill sets needed. First, you must know the programming level. As I done my research through R, I can I initially started my research and started my research in a Vega tool for a classification. Then I just try to implement the k-means algorithm in R. There I find one factor that the k-means algorithm is having some disadvantage demerits. That means there is a centroid value will be chosen randomly, and the cluster formation will be randomly generated. For that, I understand that after that, I using the R, I had developed various models, and also successfully that works. And with the help of R, you can develop the models also. Python also very suitable. Python is also, you can go with the Python also. So both I recommend both the platform will be suitable for you. So another factor, I implemented the fuzzy algorithms and prediction based through R. So you can go with these two. You must know R or Python, whatever the need in the track you can choose. But basis of these programming skill only you can do better research. So next thing, you wanted to understand the data structure. So data structure is you know that the core area of any software. Thus it recommend how to grasp and the concept the data structure. You must understand the data structure. Mathematics skills also needed here. So you must know about that calculus, linear algebra, statistics, and probability. You must know about that. And the software engineering concepts also you must understand all these factors. That means models are built to integrate with the software. Thus, the ML engineer should have throughout knowledge about software engineering. So you next thing is data mining and visualization. So after you generating, if you wanted to use the data mining models, or if you, after use the particular algorithm, if you are getting a result, you wanted to visualize, uh, you wanted to display all those factors. You must know these techniques, the visualization techniques, and machine learning algorithms. Mainly the machine learning algorithm, you must be familiar with the machine learning algorithms. Whatever the if you machine learning the navy base or knn svm, so you must be strong in the machine learning algorithm. So this is a things which you wanted to know about, want to become a machine learning engineer. Next thing is that we will see the future scope of the learning. So here we all know the automotive industry is developed in a different way, while comparing with the before we see that before 2010, this automotive industry have strongly what developed and strongly get a superpower in everywhere. So the automotive industry is one of the area where the machine learning is excelling by changing the definition of safe driving. Mainly, we know the safe driving concept that comes under the machine learning. So there are a few major companies such as Google, Tesla, Mercedes Benz, Nissan, that have been invested hugely in the machine learning to come up with the novel innovations. Our Tesla self-driving car is the best in the industry. These self-driving cars are built with the using machine learning, IoT sensors, high definition cameras, voice recognition systems. All these things are the big success for the self-driving cars. So you just need to sit in the car and enter the location. It will be find the best possible route to the location, and will ensure the safely drive you to the specific destination. So how you wonder it would be the experience such a great creation by the humans, because we all know the Google Map and whatever it might be. So self-driving car will be definitely it will get success in a certain period in future. So almost they are few of the risks are there. They are calculating, and all those things will be solved in very quick time, I think so. So definitely this automotive industry get boom, and will be in a right way. Next thing is robotics. Robotics is one of the field that always gained the interest of the researchers as well as a common. 1954, George Devol invented the first robot called a Unimet. After that, in 25th century, Sophia. So it is a combination. It is this invention were possible with the help of machine learning and artificial intelligence. So the researchers all over the world are still working on creating the robots that mimic the human brain. So mainly they creating the robot how like a human. They are how the human brain works like that. They are trying to do since they are facing a lot of risks. But they are using neural network concepts and AI, ML, computer vision, and many other technologies in this research is going. It's going in future. We may come across the robots that would capable of performing various tasks like the human. Definitely one day it will be possible that robots will work like a humans. So in various field it is happening, but since it can't replace a human, but the researchers are trying to do that also. Quantum computing. So we are still at the infant state in the field of machine learning. There are a lot of advancement to achieve in this field. So one of them that will take a machine learning to the next level is quantum computing. It is a type of computing that uses the mechanical phenomenon of quantum such as entanglement and superposition. By using a quantum phenomenon of superposition, we can create the systems that can exhibit multiple states at the time. So mainly to increase the speed, this computing need more improvement in the quantum computing. With mainly they are telling that the speed to improving the speed in everywhere. Uh, th- that is the concept here they are fixing. So in other hand, uh, it helps to describe describing the correlation between the properties of quantum system. These quantum systems are built using advanced quantum algorithms that process the data at high speed, and the fast processing enhances the processing power of machine learning. So thus the future of machine learning will accelerate by processing of automation system. Next thing is computer vision. So computer vision, as the name suggests, computer vision gives a vision to the computer or a machine. Here comes out into the mind what head of AI at Google, Jeff Dean, has once said that progress we made from a 26 percentage of error in 2011 to 3% error in 2016 is a hugely impactful. The way I like to think is the computer have now evolved eyes that work. So like that they are reducing the error. Initially they what he told like that they are reducing the error in the computer vision also. So giving the ability to a machine to recognize and analyze images, videos, graphics, etc. Is a goal of computer vision. So the process in this field of AI and machine learning has made it possible to achieve the goal of a computer vision faster. Mainly through the computer vision only, all the receiving of factors. So one of the AI will be successful with this option only. Cyber security, nowadays the banks and financial institutes implement the machine learning to halt the malpractices. Phishing is one of the major concern these days. To rectifying phishing emails, various classification and regression techniques are imposed to prevent the customer from online frauds. So the classification regression techniques are used here to stop the frauds, since in various aspects they are doing. So they are trying to recover all the factors. Optimizing operation, the most common use case in optimizing operation is in document management. Today there are large. Yes sir. Hello.
Nothing, sir. You can continue,
Okay,
sir.
okay, sir. Okay. The healthcare industry itself has been long using ML for a wide range of purpose. We believe that the future scope of machine learning will undertake the complex use cases. The main thing that we having a lot of records. The main we sorry, sure, sorry. The optimizing operation. So I skipping this process. So optimizing means the document management. Mainly a lot of documents we are managing. So today there are large number of robotic process automation and computer vision companies such as UiPath, Extract and ABY. Enabling this, the future machine learning will aim higher through. So this is here the optimizing of these documents also the thing that is going. There are emerging ML technologies that enable retail stores to monitor body temperature and mask wearing using a thermal imaging and the computer vision tech towards a safer return of COVID-19 normalcy. So since this type of things are happening, going in this concept, the sensors and IoT technologies are helping manufacturing operations optimize the granularly across the supply chain. The renewable energy industry is using AI to mitigate the unpredictability of sources. The next thing is safer healthcare. So we have been seeing that significant growth of machine learning being used to predict the support of COVID-19 strategies. Healthcare industry itself has been long using of ML for wide range of process. We believe that the future scope of machine learning will be undertake the more complex issues. The now the precisely the a lot of surgeries are taking place. The robot performing complicated surgery precisely. So ML programs reading patient history, records, reports, or devise personalized treatment plans also going. So mainly healthcare, a lot of researches are happening through the patient data, patient summary, and what are the decision predictions are also predicting through ML. IBM Watson oncology is one of the project important project in this space. Wearable technology for disease prevention and elder healthcare monitoring is also making a great strides. Fraud prevention, the bank and other financial institutions use machine learning based on fraud detection technology to stop malpractices. Bank building machine learning algorithms based on historical data to predict the fraudulent transactions. The banking sectors, they're building their own algorithm, machine learning algorithm. Classification and regression methods are being used to identify the filter phishing emails. So even though the new models are introduced here, the machine learning and computer vision algorithms are checking for identifying matching across the key database in the real time, prevent identify the theft. These patterns matching techniques are also used to identify fake documents in the prevent forgery. So this next is mass personalization. So retail, social media, entertainment platforms use ML to give the customers personalized services and experiences. So the face swap filter uses algorithm based on the image recognition and the computer vision to detect accurately exchange the facial features. The e-commerce and the media platforms are use ML to offer hyper personalized experience as well offer free premium models payment. So these are the in various factors. These are the future scope of machine learning. So as my suggestion, initially you just go through with the that is the language that's R or Python. Then you just get familiar with the model. After get familiar and use a sample data sets, that means as my experience I'm speaking, you just take a benchmark data sets and do initially you just Kaggle dot data sets, Roy's Gibbons data sets. A lot of data sets are happening is available there. You just start your research using benchmark data sets, and after that you just fit in your data set. Then automatically you can get familiar with ML. I think so. So up to this, I think just I somewhat I done. I think so. So once again, I thank the management and the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Sri Vishnu Engineering College for Women. Uh, Sir, I think so. My session I have completed.
Anuj garu, the
Sir.
participants can interact with the professor.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir. Dear participants, if you have any queries, you can unmute yourself and clarify your doubts.
One question was in the WhatsApp chat, sir. What was written here is what are the evaluation metrics for a recommendation system they're asking?
Sir, sir, please repeat, sir.
How do you evaluate a recommendation systems while what are the parameters that will work for a recommendation system?
For recommending, so what type of systems are you asking? ML models or you
No,
are
no. See, I have a recommendation system. How do you evaluate while writing the what are the parameters that will be helpful for evaluating a recommendation system? That's what the question from Mr. Santosh.
okay? Evaluation actually evaluation system means whether they are asking for was they are the evaluating means whether they are asking for a prediction or not. I want to really please,
Evaluation metrics in recommendation system.
sorry, you can evaluate with the precision recall. That will be a time. Precision recall will be you can use that option, sir. Precision recall
I think
will be the my
for this
as my
recommendation systems we have a separate parameters. It seems to be something like that.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Recommendation, right?
We having lot of parameters, sir. According to the models, according to the approach, the parameters will be differ. I think so. So if you if specifically you can, if you ask means I can definitely told I can explain. So for example, if you go for a supervised learning, a lot of the true positive and the false positive like that. precision, recall, and accuracy level will be there. Those are the evaluation metrics for the supervised models. Like that, unsupervised models also there. So what level of how the centroid selection and how the cluster formation, like that, different approach according to the approaches that will be differ, sir. If you go with a supervised, which I had told, that will be suitable accuracy and precision like that. Yes.
Participants, if you wish to interact with the professor, you can unmute yourself and interact, please. Anuj Gar, I think we can conclude. Participants are happy with the presentation, it seems to be. Dr. Thilagaraj.
Thank you very much, Dr. Thilagaraj, sir, for your valuable thoughts
Thank you,
about
sir. Thank you.
research scope and recent trends in machine learning. You have clearly spoke about how machine learning works and what are the recent trends in machine learning, like how no-code AI platform works, tiny ML, auto ML, MLOPs, full stack deep learning, generative adversarial networks, that is GAN technology. And you also spoke about the skills that are required to become a machine learning engineer or researcher, and then about the lot of future scope that is there with machine learning, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for all your wonderful thoughts about this machine learning. And thank you. We also thank you for your talk in this FDP, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you all once again. Thank you, sir. Once again, thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Thilagaraj. We will hope we will continue this association in future endeavors also, academically.
Definitely, sir. Yes, sir. Definitely, sir. Definitely sure, sir. Yes, sir.
Please be in
Yes,
touch.
sir.
Thank you.
Oh, definitely, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Sir, shall we give
we need to give some break. Like the next session will start exactly by 5 o'clock. Like
5
that.
o'clock.
Answer, please.
Dear participants, we shall take a break for about 25 minutes and we'll start our session by exactly at 5.